Hello, summoners. Welcome back to another episode of Why Everybody Loves. And in this one, we're gonna talk about Doctor Doom. So, as usual, we're gonna start off with his weaknesses, and he only mainly has one weakness, and that is that he is actually really bad with suicide masteries. If you are running suicide, like I have said this before, that Doom is the best mistake unless you run suicides, in which Claire is the best mistake. And it's not like if you're running suicides, then Doctor Doom is at number two. He's way further because he's a character who's not immune to bleed, he's not immune to poison, SP1 and SP2. Like he has to use those in the his rotation, so you are going to be taking a lot of recoil damage as well. So overall, not a very suicide-friendly character, but that's pretty much his only weakness. Now the first biggest strength in my opinion is versatility, because this character, he is strong on offense, not as strong as Ghost, who is the character I made this previous video series on. Offensively speaking, Ghost is much better in my opinion, but at the same time, look at defense, look at prestige. Ghost is pretty bad on both, whereas Doctor Doom, he's not better, not just above average. He is one of the best attacker, defender, prestige characters, and even his signature ability is not like you're just giving him signature stones for a prestige. Like some characters, he actually gets a lot of benefit out of those 6 stones. Having him at 200, you can go for guaranteed. Like there's some situations where the opponent gains a lot of buffs, or if it's someone like Thor who gains buffs when you knock him down, then you can just basically heavy spam in the corner. And there are some other situations like resistor nodes where you can heavy spam in the corner if your Doom is 200. And let's talk a little bit about the biggest reason I think Doctor Doom is so popular on offense, and it's not damage. Like damage output of this character is good. It requires a ramp up, and it's not permanent ramp up like someone like Aegon or Strife, champions who don't start off that strong, but then by the end of the quest they are pretty crazy. It's not like that. Even in the same fight, if it's a long fight, you might have to build him up twice. But after the two Furies, after that SP2, most fights are over if you're talking about story content, event quest, side quest, stuff like that. But overall, like the DPS wise, I don't think he's top 10, not top 20 either. The damage is good, but nothing crazy. The main that's also why I think a lot of people who don't have him might think he is overrated. He's not. But if you don't have him, then it's hard to explain, because the main thing about him on offense, in my opinion at least, is the control that you have. And I don't mean power control, because if you talk about power control, it's good, but it's, in my opinion, like if you want to log the opponent's power meter, someone like Horseman Psylocke or Magic are much better. But if you want control over the fight, after the first SP3, you might have heard this before in other YouTubers' videos, or maybe from your alliance mate, that after the first SP3, the fight is over. And that is true, because rarely after the first SP3, you will see the opponent throwing a special attack. Usually the way his rotation goes is, you get to SP3, you use it, the opponent is stun, passive stun, you go for medium, light, medium, SP1, that gives you 2 bars of power, you block, you reparry, you do a 5-hit combo, end it with a heavy attack that puts the opponent, after the, you have the aura on, so you are stealing power in your light attacks, and the final heavy attack, it will push the opponent over 2 bars of power, it will push you to 3 bars of power, you're gonna go for the second special 3, you're gonna get that second Fury, you're gonna go for another medium, light, medium, SP1, and then the big SP2 to get the majority of your damage output. At 2 Furies, even his medium attacks, his light attacks, his heavy attack, they all do crazy damage. But the thing is that all this time, while you're getting your rotation off, unless it is very passive AI, nothing really can go wrong. Every fight is pretty much the same. Like you can take a look, even if it is passive AI, the only problem there is that you will not be able to get to your two fury thing. It's fine, even with one fury damage is definitely not bad. And yeah, you can see like once DSP3 goes on Juggernaut, he has unstoppable and special attacks. We can nullify those from SP1 and just having the aura up and being close to him, but it's not required because he's not going to throw the special attacks because we have that kind of control over the fight. Now once again I say, with power control, if you want to keep the opponent, like if it is someone who has a very hard special to evade, or maybe it's unblockable and you can't evade it or something like that, then characters like Magic and Psylocke will be better. But if your goal is that the opponent doesn't reach SP3, then there is no better character than Doctor Doom. And yeah, the next thing is Synergies, and he doesn't have any synergy that is like must have, but at the same time in some situations, for example, a very good example is that a variant quest, I don't remember which one. Basically the node was, if you have armor break on the opponent, they don't gain any power. Dr. Doom with Mr. Fantastic has a guaranteed armor break on the heavy attack, so basically what you did was heavy spam in the corner for the entire quest, and yeah, it was that easy. So Doctor Doom is very very solid for a lot of variants as well, the mystic one, the villain one, and yeah, just overall such a strong champion that you can't really come, like there is very few things that he doesn't have, and the main one is the fact that he is not immune to bleed poison, so and he needs to throw special, so not friendly, not suicide friendly. But overall, like in questing, you will see that for the most part he can take pretty much any fight, as long as it's not something like a biohazard where you would need a particular immunity wise. He is actually triple immune, but when you say triple immune, he doesn't come up because two of those immunities are not very useful, but shock immunity is good. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, subscribe to the channel for more content, like this video, share with your friends, stay safe, have a good one, and bye bye.